So early yesterday morning at around 1 a.m. At Willie's Bar and Grill in St. Helena Island, South Carolina, a gunman opened fire and shot 20 people. Of those 20 victims, 4 are dead, 4 are critically injured, and I think the other 12 have varying degrees of injuries as a result of the shooting. Let's take a look at the report.
Breaking news tonight, you're looking at drone video of the scene of a mass shooting in the Low Country. Authorities say the crime happened at Willie's Bar and Grill located on St. Helena Island. Right now, we know 20 people were shot. Thanks for sticking with WJCL 22 on this developing story. I'm Greg Coy. Here's what we know. 20 people wounded in that shooting. That includes 4 people killed. 4 others in critical condition. Police telling us they have a person of interest, but they have not said if that person is in custody. WJCL 22 News' Grace Rodriguez live from Willie's Bar and Grill on St. Helena Island, where you've been all morning. Give us the latest.
Thanks, Greg. I've been here all day. I was just in there a few hours ago. The bar staff in there cleaning up, picking up the pieces after such a chaotic night. I spoke to the owner. This is what he had to say about the incident.
So, unfortunately, one of the security officers who passed away happens to be the son of my dad's best friend. So he came and spoke the night before.
Oh, dude, man, look at this dude, man.
So we spoke the night before, and so it was close, real close to home, you know.
Damn, dude.
Again, I've been here all day. When I got here, this parking lot and even the overflow grass area have been full of parked cars from people who were here last night who have come back to retrieve their cars. The owner says that he extends his deepest condolences to all of the victims and his own staff who were affected.
Stand up.
Grace Rodriguez reporting live there from the scene of that mass shooting that happened in the Low Country, St. Helena Island, to be specific. Local leaders are responding to this mass shooting on social media. For example, in a Facebook post, the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office is asking for patience as they investigate. They're calling it a tragic and difficult incident for everyone. Adding that their thoughts are with all
the person of interest.
Of course,
why
their
is he in
loved
custody?
ones. South Carolina U.S. Senator Tim Scott responding to the mass shooting on X, posting, "The news is heartbreaking," and he's lifting up in prayer the families of those
thoughts and prayers,
loved ones in this mass shooting. South Carolina Representative Nancy Mace also posting on X that she is completely broken, and that her prayers are with the victims and their families and everyone.
Nancy's not bad. Nancy's not bad. Just off the topic.
Is this a snow bunny situation? Yep.
Sorry about that.
Impacted by this horrific act of violence. We also spoke to an Allendale County Council member by the name of Phyllis Smart.
Snow bunnies
she
for the
tells us that her son was at the bar at the time of this crime.
Oh, wow.
And she's looking for action to be taken.
It really triggers something in me that something has to be done.
Yep.
It is not just in Helena that is having shootings. You have shootings in
everywhere.
Allendale. You have shootings in Greenville. Yep. It has now become a state problem, and we're going to have to try to figure out what does that look like, solving it.
In terms of solving this crime, the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office is asking anyone with information on this mass shooting to call that number that you see right there on your screen.
All right. So first off, I really, really do feel sorry for Willie, the business owner. He really seems like a stand-up dude. Unfortunately for Willie Terrell, the owner of the bar, he is another victim of unruly black people, otherwise known as N-words. N-words and YNs, and they have likely ruined his business. Now, is it possible that Willie gets through this, this particular tragedy and opens his bar back up and makes a comeback and thrives in the community? Sure. But at this point, it is highly unlikely because you have to ask yourselves this. Who's going to want to go there after this? Who's going to want to go out there and get a drink at a bar where there was just a mass shooting that took the lives of 4 people and counting and got another 12 to 16 people shot? Guys, this is why black people can't have nice things if they cater to a mostly black clientele. I said what I said. And the reason for this, and we all know this to be true, the reason for this is that there is always, and I mean always, an underlying risk of some sort of violence or chaos happening in some way, shape, or form. An unruly customer destroying your place of business because you made a small mistake on her order. right? Like we've seen the videos of women, black women reaching over and taking the cash register and destroying things, behind the counter, right? YNs coming in and vandalizing the inside and or the outside of your building. Fights breaking out because too many black people are in one place at one time. And guys, it's not just at night. Okay? YNs, they commit violent crimes every hour of every day, morning, noon, and night. They don't discriminate in that regard. It could be 5 in the morning or 5 in the afternoon. If N-words want to raise some hell, they will do it regardless of the time of day. So unfortunately, Willie's first mistake was opening a black-owned business. And at the end of the day, guys, listen, black people don't respect black businesses, at least not as much as they respect non-black businesses. Listen, we've all seen the videos, right? We've all seen N-words acting a fool at black restaurants and gas stations. They act even more a fool if they know that it is a black-owned business. When I owned my mattress shop, the customers who always gave me the most trouble by far and away were black customers. It was not even close. They'd ask me for unreasonable discounts. They'd want free delivery and a free frame and free pillows. I remember one lady, and I'll never forget her name. Her name was literally LaQueen McDougal, my hand to the man. This girl's name was LaQueen. Anyway, she asked me, well, can I get a box spring for free? Can I get the free box spring? I said, wait a minute. I'm already giving you free delivery and a free frame, and she got an attitude with me. Another dude came in once, and this was crazy. He wanted me to finance his mattress myself. Now, keep in mind, he knew that I had a bank that offered my customers various deals. We see all this kind of stuff all the time. No payments for 90 days, 0% financing, but he didn't want that. No, he wanted to pay me back and not the bank. And when I told him that I couldn't do that, he said, you can't help out another black man who's trying to patronize your business. I said, well, what happens if you decide not to pay? He says to me, well, what makes you think I won't pay? I said, because you want me to finance your mattress and not an organization that would actually have legal recourse in the event that you were to default on your payment. Guys, I could tell you guys so many crazy stories about black customers who tried this or that, but I digress. Let me address something that I have seen black people putting out about this particular tragedy. Black people are asking, well, how do you know the shooter is black?
Really, nigga?
Before I give you the obvious answers to this absolutely ridiculous question, let me quickly remind you that if you are still watching, do your boy solid. Hit that like button for me, would you? While you're at it, hit the subscribe button and make sure that you not only hit the notification bell, make sure you enable YouTube notifications on your phone so that you are notified the moment I drop a video. Also, real quick, if you yourself want to get your black belt in women, be sure to join my Patreon for exclusive content not found anywhere, as well as access to my entire catalog of books and courses. Starting at just $5 a month, you will get access to tens of thousands of hours of live streams not safe for YouTube of over 50, count them 50 seasons of dating show play-by-play reactions that show you in real time how modern women operate, along with real-world actionable advice that will increase your game by 483%, give or take. You will also get access to over $3,000 worth of products that will take your dating and relationship game to the next dimension. To get access to all this good stuff, head over to patreon.com/Donovan Sharp, but do not do that until after you have watched the video. Okay, so how do we know the shooter is black? Number one, the address to Willie's is 7 Martin Luther King Boulevard, St. Helena Island, South Carolina. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Number two, the shooting took place at a black-owned business. And we all know that the only people who shoot up black-owned businesses are other black people. Number three, we don't have a description of the shooter yet. Well, wait a minute, Donovan. If we don't have a description of the shooter, how could you possibly know that he was black? Well, simple. If the shooter were any other race, namely white, we would know his name. We'd know what he looks like. We would know where he works. We would know where he lives. We'd have all of his social media. We would know what he ate for breakfast and the last time he said the N-word to somebody. Never forget, gentlemen, never forget, mainstream media was dead silent about DeCarlos Brown after he stabbed Irina Zarutska to death on that Charlotte train. They gave that same treatment to the gang of YNs who beat the crap out of that white couple in Cincinnati at that music festival a while back. But we all know that if Sharina were black on the Charlotte train and had been stabbed by Carlos, a white guy on that train in Charlotte, that city would still be on fire. Cincinnati would have suffered that same fate if a group of white people had ganged up and assaulted a couple of black people. So let's just keep it real here, folks. If the shooter were white, his name would be plastered everywhere on wanted posters. If he were black, they wouldn't give us the description of the shooter. That's why we know that the shooter was black. But to those of you who are black idolaters, black supremacists, and black apologists, I actually have a question to ask of you. You people are always asking, well, why don't you talk about the white people who commit mass shootings? White people shoot up schools all the time, and you never talk about that. You want to know something? You might actually be right. But here's the difference between white mass shooters and black mass shooters. White shooters, they mainly target schools and maybe the occasional shopping mall. N-words, on the other hand, they shoot up bars, they shoot up clubs, they shoot up festivals, they shoot up restaurants, they shoot up black-owned businesses, hell, they even shoot up their own neighborhoods. But you want to bring up white school shooters? You people crack me up, man. Look, man, here's what we need to do as black people. Black people, we need to do two things. Number one, we need to stop opening businesses in black neighborhoods or businesses that cater to black people. Because it is only a matter of time before you are going to have to deal with unruly N-words, violence, dine and dash daters if you open up a restaurant, vandalism. I mean, the list goes on. And in the end, it's just not worth it. I mean, who the hell wants to open a business where your clientele are people who are prone to criminal activity in large numbers? Not only that, what happens if there is a racial injustice, like a Trayvon Martin scam or a George Floyd scam that occurs in the city of your black-owned business? You can bet your business loan and that interest rate they charge you that your business will go up like a dried out tree in a California wildfire. If you are entrepreneurial and you are black, I would strongly advise you to stay away from black clientele. And if you choose to ignore this advice, you better not tell the bank what you're planning to do with that business loan unless you want your interest rate to triple or get denied the loan altogether. Number two, we need to stay the hell away from large groups of black people. Gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, chaos is a mathematical inevitability if there is a large groups of blacks. And the larger the group, the higher the likelihood of some sort of violence, mayhem, and or some sort of havoc that will ensue regardless of the event. Take that to the bank, folks. It could be a festival. It could be a freaking children's birthday party. It could be a conference. It could be a concert. It could be a goddamn funeral. We've actually seen police videos of black people getting violent at a funeral. Violence and chaos are always right around the corner when there are large groups of black people. Tommy Sotomayor famously said, "Where there's more than three, I will not be." And of course, Myron Gaines has routinely stated that when you're around blacks, you can't relax. And guess what? Both statements are 244% true. It is time for black people to divest from the so-called black community and black culture before it's too late. And if you don't believe me, ask Willie Terrell, the owner of the soon-to-be defunct Willie's Bar and Grill. Guys, be sure to tune in today at 3 p.m. Pacific on Rumble for today's dating show breakdown and reaction. These are very, very educational live streams that have been instrumental in the success of a lot of my students in the dating market. Thanks for watching.